analysis of a simple block having length and width is equal to 1 meter. Okay, so we will just find this conduction and how that conduction will takes place and what will be the contour or that degree of freedom solution we will see. Okay, so up till now we have seen many of the things, that is structural analysis of a cantilever beam, and also we have seen the analysis or structural analysis of your truss members. Okay, so I think everything is clear to you, and now we will proceed towards this one. Just see, this block is having a square section or a cubical section, and having temperature on the three sides, it is equal to 100 degrees Celsius, and at the top it is having 500 degrees Celsius. The thermal conductivity of the material is 10, and we will see, yes, it is 10 watt per meter degree Celsius, and we will see. So the height and width is taken as 1 meter. Okay, so we will turns toward the mechanical epidl. Okay, so this is your mechanical epidl window, and now we will see all the procedures. Already we know that. So first of all, we should go to the preferences. Click on structural, not structural. Today we are going to see the thermal. So up till now we have taken the structural analysis, now we are going to see the thermal analysis. Just remember this, don't forget to tick on thermal analysis. Okay, so all the things, the H method is just compulsory or by default. So click on OK, then go to preprocessor, element type, add edit delete, add, and directly type here plane 55 element we are going to see. Okay, so in this we need to apply, say, this plane thickness. Okay, plane is having thickness, click on OK, close, then real constants, add it, delete, add, OK. So apply the thickness of this one, that we are going to apply this as of 1. Okay, click on OK, close. So go to material properties, material models, thermal conductivity, isotropic. So we know that it is thermal conductivity is equal to 10 watt per meter degree Celsius. So there is no any need to change the units. So here we have 10, directly we can put over here and click on OK. So density, it is optional one. If you want to apply, then you can, otherwise it is not necessary to give the density. Okay, so I will give 7850 for steel material, click on OK. So immediately conductivity, that we are not bother about that. Okay, so click on close, then go to sections, not required, sections are not required, it is required only for the beam problems. Okay, now go to modeling, create areas, rectangle by two corner we can got it. Okay, so first corner we will get it 0 0 and width 1 by 1. Okay, click on OK, that will be created over here. And this is a square shape, and then we will go to next step, that is meshing. So first of all we should see the size control, manual size, areas, all areas. So size, that is element edge length, we will put over here 0.02. Okay, so as it is 1 meter length and 1 meter height, width, everything is 1 meter. So we will just take a element size as a 0.02. Okay, click on OK. So let us see what will be the size it will have. If it is very fine, then we will change that one again, and just go to mesh, areas, free areas. Okay, click on here and click on OK. So it is very fine meshing we have got. Okay, so you can change this meshing also, as it is not a very complicated object. You can keep the meshing at a different level. Okay, so we can change the meshing size control, all areas. We can change it as 0.08. Okay, click on OK. Again we need to mesh it, free area, click on OK. Yes, we need to change. So you can directly take this type of mesh also. Okay, so again go to loads. So here which type of load is there, we need to give the boundary conditions. So here boundary conditions are in the form of temperature. Okay, go to loads, define loads, apply thermal and temperature. So temperature on what, there are nodes are there. Okay, on nodes. So select this one to one directly. Okay, okay, so the extra node which is on not on the surface has been selected here. So how to deselect this? So click on right button of your mouse. Yes, so the arrow will be getting down. So click over here, left button, and again you can click on right button, so arrow will be in upward direction. So in upward direction it is in selection mode, and in downward direction it is deselection mode. Okay, so I have selected this, but it has taken much time. Now I will just select other uh, this surface and this surface, because we have same temperature on these three sides. Okay, so I will select this by box. Okay, select here box. Okay, so I will select this by box. Okay, so I will select this by box. Again I will select this one by box. It will be automatically selected. Okay, so what need to do right now? So click on OK. So temperature degree of freedom we are going to give here as a, the value of temperature, it is 100. Okay, click on OK. It is applied over here. So now again we need to apply the 500 degree Celsius on the top of this face or this block. So here we need to apply directly on nodes. Click on box, select all this upper side of faces and click on OK. So instead of 100 we need to give here 500. Okay, click on OK. So everything is given over here. Now we need to go to the solution, because our model is ready for solution. Okay, everything we have applied. So just we will see solution. So analysis type, it is the same steady state, not transient we are using steady state thermal analysis. Click on OK, then go to solve current ls and click on OK. So solution is done. Congratulations, we have got the correct results. Okay, click on close. As solution is done window appears, it means that you have applied everything is okay. There is no any error in application of boundary conditions or model selection or your element selection. Okay, so that is the success that you have applied everything correctly. Okay, so now we will see the results. Go to general post processor. So here we need to see the plot results. Okay, so first of all, we should see the contour plots. Okay, nodal solution and degree of freedom solution, that is nodal temperature we need to find. Okay, click on OK. So just we will see this nice contour, color contour of this distribution of temperature in the plate. Okay, so what this indicates, from top we will see the red color is indicating that the temperature here is in the range of 455.556 to 500 degrees Celsius, because maximum temperature it is mx, this is 500 degrees Celsius. And here it is blue color, it is indicating the temperature within the range of 100 to 145, oh sorry, 44. So here we can see again the dark yellow is indicating that the temperature is in the range of 411 to 455. Okay, like that we can see the color contour according to the scale is given below the model. Okay, so here we can see everything, and we need to just give the title. So this is thermal analysis. It is steady state steady thermal analysis. Click on OK. So here it is appears at the lower left corner of your window. So now we will plot this or capture this image, so that I will take in the form of PDF over here. Click on OK. Landscape is okay. Color or monochrome. No, we need to have a color. Okay, on print. So click on OK. So we will select this and we will plot this. And wherever we need to put this. Okay, so thermal 1. Okay, thermal analysis 1 we will put over here. Okay, so this will show you the results whatever we have seen over there. So we will see this on desktop. So wherever it is, we will see that one. Yes, this is thermal 1. We will open this. Yeah, this is what the result we got, the print we got, that is June 16 at 10:55. Okay, so this is the latest result we can see over here. Okay, so I will close this. So this was the problem we have over here. So now just we will see another results over here, that is thermal gradient in x and y direction. Okay, x direction we can see over here. This is what thermal gradient which is acting in that particular problem. Okay, So in y direction we can see this. Okay, again in z component of that is not present over here. Okay, so then thermal gradient vector sum we can see over here, the additional or the combination of x and y plane. Then elemental solution we can see, heat flow will be seen like this, how it is flowing, because at the top surface it is high temperature, so the temperature is moving from top surface to the down, okay, gradually. So then we can see thermal flux. X component of thermal flux here we can get it. Then y component of thermal flux we can see over here. Again we can see the thermal flux vector sum directly, and then we can have the again thermal gradient. Okay, that everything that we can see over here. Okay, so nodal solution we have seen, everything we have seen. Okay, miscellaneous items, what is there, non-summable data not required over here, heat flow you can see, already we have seen this. So everything is uh, measurable over here, and I think if you have understood this. And the next thing we will see again,